Your person is at a pivotal point in their life, preparing to move out on their own or live independently, and this transition represents a significant change for them. For many people, the thought of stepping into independence can be daunting, and it's not uncommon to find individuals who linger in certain karmic situations, not necessarily out of desire, but because of a deep-seated fear of being alone. This fear can create a comfort zone, albeit an unhealthy one, that keeps them tied to relationships or situations that no longer serve their growth or well-being. For your person, independence has been a particular struggle, manifesting both emotionally and financially. When they are surrounded by karmic influences, people or situations that reflect unresolved issues, they find it especially difficult to break free. These relationships, while familiar, can become traps that hinder personal growth. The journey they are on now, however, is pushing them to confront these imbalances. They are being challenged to heal the parts of their life that have long been neglected, to face the fears and dependencies that have kept them stuck. A significant part of their growth has been influenced by you. From you, they have learned invaluable lessons about self-care, self-love, and the importance of prioritizing one's own needs. You have been a mirror to them, reflecting the potential of what life could be when one chooses to live with integrity and self-respect. Through observing your actions, values, and the way you handle your own life, they have started to understand the true meaning of independence, not just the ability to live alone, but the ability to stand on one's own emotionally, to make decisions that honor their own well-being without relying on the approval or support of others. This journey has not been easy for them, and the lessons they have learned from you have been profound. They are beginning to see that taking care of oneself is not selfish, but necessary. They are learning to put their needs first in a healthy way, setting boundaries, and practicing self-love in a way that they perhaps never knew before meeting you. Your influence has been a catalyst for their transformation, showing them a path forward that is based on respect for themselves and their needs. Your person deeply desires to spend time alone with you. They feel a strong pull towards you, and in this time of transition, they are being guided to be more vulnerable and open about their feelings. However, they also understand that you have your own choices to make. They respect your free will and the decisions you make regarding your relationship with them. The journey they are on is not just about their growth, but also about allowing you the space to decide whether or not to let them in. They are aware that love and connection cannot be forced, it has to be mutual and consensual. One thing your person wants to communicate is why they have been silent for such a long time. It has not been easy for them to keep their distance, but they felt it was necessary. This period of silence was a time for them to observe their own patterns, to heal old wounds, and to grow into a better version of themselves. They needed this time to understand what they truly want and to become someone who can meet you at the level of commitment and integrity that you deserve. They have been working on themselves, trying to become someone who can be a healthy and fulfilling partner, not just for you, but for themselves as well. Your person knows that commitment is important to you, and they recognize that you deserve nothing less. They are deeply aware of the unconditional support and care you have shown them, something they may not have experienced before without conditions or demands. This has made them realize that no one else has ever given them what you have. They can't imagine being with anyone else but you, and this feeling doesn't seem to fade, no matter how much time passes. They are on a path of personal growth and transformation, spurred on by your example. They are learning to stand on their own 2 feet, to value themselves, and to cultivate the kind of independence that isn't just about living alone, but about living authentically and in alignment with their true self. As they continue on this journey, they hope that their paths will align with yours once more, in a way that honors the growth and commitment both of you deserve. They see a future where the bond between you is not just maintained, but strengthened by the individual growth each of you has undertaken, driven by a mutual respect and a deeper understanding of what it means to truly love oneself and another. I keep having flashbacks of our past conversations, and every time I think back on them, I'm overwhelmed with a sense of regret. I can't help but wish that I had handled things differently, especially when it came to showing you my love and affection. There were so many moments where I had the opportunity to be genuine and vulnerable with you, but instead, I let my ego and insecurities take over. I thought that I could charm my way around you, that my confidence and charisma would be enough to win you over. I was so caught up in trying to be someone impressive, someone who could captivate your attention, that I lost sight of what truly mattered. I became overly focused on being sensual and obsessive, thinking that this was the way to your heart. But in doing so, I failed to see that you were looking for something much deeper. I remember the days when I would hold back completely, intentionally keeping my distance just to make you want me more. I was playing games, trying to manipulate your emotions instead of being honest about my own. I convinced myself that I needed to keep you on your toes, to make sure you were always thinking about me, but I realize now how wrong I was. In my efforts to maintain control, I lost the most important thing, the chance to build something real and lasting with you. I tried so many different tactics, so many tricks, to keep your attention on me. I would alternate between being hot and cold, generous and aloof, all in an attempt to keep you guessing. But in the end, it wasn't about how I could keep you interested, it was about how I could be truly worthy of your interest. You saw right through me, and you always could. I underestimated how well you could read me, how easily you could see past the facade I was putting up. I thought I was being clever, that I was playing a game that only I knew the rules to. But you were never fooled by my act. You understood my insecurities, my need for validation, even when I wasn't willing to admit them to myself. Looking back, I feel so foolish for behaving in such a cocky way with you. I thought that by controlling the situation, by trying to control you, I could make everything turn out the way I wanted. But you were never someone who could be controlled or manipulated. You were always your own person, with your own set of values and standards that you held yourself to so firmly. I was overly confident about myself when it came to getting the attention of others. I was used to people being impressed by my looks, my personality, the surface level things that I had always relied on. But you were different. You didn't care about the superficial, you weren't swayed by external appearances or charm. What mattered to you was integrity, inner beauty, and loyalty. You valued honesty and authenticity above all else, and you weren't afraid to call me out when I fell short of those ideals. Through your love, you taught me so much about what it means to be a true gentleman. You showed me the importance of being genuine, of treating others with respect and kindness, not because I wanted something in return, but because it's the right thing to do. You challenged me to be better, to rise above my own flaws and insecurities, and to strive to be someone worthy of your love. You've always held yourself to such a high standard, and that's something I've always admired about you. You didn't just demand respect. You embodied it in everything you did. You were consistent, reliable, and unwavering in your principles. Even when things were difficult, you never compromised on your values. I wish I had been able to meet you at that level, to show you that I could be the partner you deserved. Instead, I got caught up in my own ego, too focused on what I wanted and not enough on what you needed. Now, as I go through so much turmoil in my personal life, I keep being haunted by these feelings of regret. I can't shake the thought that I missed my chance with you, that I let my pride and arrogance get in the way of something truly special. I wish I could turn back time and do things differently, to show you the love and respect that you always deserved. Right now, with everything I'm facing, you are the only one I find myself needing the most. I miss your presence, your guidance, and the sense of calm you brought into my life. More than anything, I miss the chance to be the person you believed I could be, and I can only hope that one day I'll find a way to make things right between us. No one compares to you, ever. From the moment we met, you have stood out to me in ways that I never thought possible. I know that we have both faced many challenges and obstacles, each of us carrying the weight of our own pasts and our own pain. Yet, through it all, I hope you can see that I am always here for you, and I always will be. There is no turning back for me, my commitment to you is unwavering. No matter what happens, my heart is anchored to you, and it always will be. I wish you truly understood the profound impact you have had on me. You have touched my life in ways that no one else ever has. There are things I can't even put into words, but I want to show you, because you deserve to see the softest and most genuine parts of me, the parts that have been shaped and healed by your presence. Sometimes I wonder if you see yourself the way I see you. You are so much more than you know. I know it hurts you when you see my picture on social media, pictures that might tell a different story from the reality of what I feel inside. I want you to know that those images are not a true reflection of my heart or my intentions. They are simply a facade, an illusion I am forced to put up while I am still tangled in the web of my past mistakes and obligations. I am not proud of having to present that false image, but it is a part of the journey I am on as I work to break free from all the karmic chains that have held me back. I understand how confusing and painful it must be for you, but please don't trust the facade. Beneath it, I am striving to be a better person, someone worthy of your trust and love. Looking back, I realize that I was so selfish in the past. I made choices that hurt others, driven by my own pain and insecurities. I let my own suffering cloud my judgment, and in my quest to protect myself, I ended up hurting those around me. I never took the time to think about how my actions impacted others. I was too caught up in being right, too blinded by my own need to be validated. I thought that standing my ground, no matter the cost, was a sign of strength. But now I see that true strength lies in humility, in the ability to acknowledge when I am wrong and in the courage to change. You have been my greatest teacher in this. Through knowing you, I have learned more about kindness, patience, and forgiveness than I ever thought possible. You showed me that there is more to life than just being right. There is the beauty of understanding, the power of compassion, and the peace that comes with letting go of the need to control everything. You have inspired me to look inward and to confront the parts of myself that I have long ignored or denied. It hasn't been easy, but with you, I have felt safe enough to face my own flaws and to strive for something better. I am not perfect, and I know that I still have a long way to go. But every day, I am working to be the person that you saw in me, the person who is capable of love, of honesty, and of genuine connection. You taught me that it's okay to be vulnerable, that there is strength in softness, and that sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is to simply be present for someone else. For so long, I had built walls around my heart, convinced that I needed to protect myself from being hurt again. But with you, I learned that true love isn't about self-protection, it's about giving of yourself without reservation, trusting that what you have to offer is enough. I know that I have not always shown you the best of myself. There have been times when my actions did not match my intentions, and for that, I am deeply sorry. I wish I could take back every moment that caused you pain or doubt. But I want you to know that I am committed to being better, to doing the work it takes to heal and to grow. You deserve nothing less. You deserve to see the real me, the me that has been shaped and softened by your love. There is no one else who has had the impact on me that you have. You are a part of my journey, a part of who I am becoming. And no matter what the future holds, I will always be grateful for the lessons you have taught me and the light you have brought into my life. I hope that one day, I can give back to you even a fraction of what you have given to me. Because in my heart, I know that no one will ever compare to you.